So I'm here with Professor Tibi. I think a lot of people have heard the name and have heard about the initiative, but maybe not everybody. So could you please give a quick introduction about yourself?
Okay, so I'm a banker. I've been educated in science. I've been a banker for a quarter of a century, actually. So I've been always very disappointed that we don't have tech IPOs in Europe, and that has stirred my interest in the matter. And so I wrote a book also on this, and I teach that, the fact how come that we don't have tech IPO in Europe. And the answer is we don't have professional investors in the asset class. Hence, we don't have enough VCs, and we don't have enough listed funds, listed equity funds that invest at IPO. And that's how we started, actually.
Okay. So can you tell me more about the Tibi Initiative?
Actually, we started 6 years ago. I was asked to write a report on that issue. Why not take IPOs in France and so on? And so I deconstructed the value chain.
Yep.
And I had only one recommendation in my report, which is to say we must find ways to put more money into the VC asset class and into the listed equity funds. And if you are in France, those who really manage the money are the insurance companies because they manage 2 trillion. 2 trillion is a third of the financial assets of the households.
Is that the assurance vie?
Yeah, assurance vie, exactly. So, and that's, 10 big people and then 30 other ones. So you can talk to them as a group.
Yep.
So it was the obvious way to start.
How do you approach them?
I think we were, that was jump-started by Emmanuel Macron after I was elected because I think he understands the issue and he understands the power of technology and the power of technology of sovereignty. So I was very keen to do that, but that was not a prescription. So actually we took 1 year to discuss with his advisors, to discuss with the insurance companies one by one, and to, I think, convince them on the top of the soft power of the president, obviously, but to convince them that it was the right thing to do for their savers. Yeah. And they were doing their fiduciary duty if they were investing in an asset class with very big returns. In addition to the fact that they were diversifying their portfolio, which is another way to de-risking the whole portfolio.
Yeah. Are they also receptive to the argument that this is also good, not just for them, but actually for the kind of strategic sovereignty of the country?
Not so much.
No.
I think they may be sensitive to that on an individual basis, but how our institutions work. You have a mandate.
Yep.
They need to have the best returns. As I said in the talk before, nobody is going to promote it for being patriotic or get a bigger bonus for being patriotic. So really the promise that we made to get our pledge was to say their returns are going to be better and their clients are going to be happier.
Yeah. And how much kind of practical progress has there been made so far, and what kind of timeline do you think we should be thinking about?
I think we have two phases. The first one started in 2020 and finished in 2022, and they pledged 6 billion and they invested 6.4. So we launched, and that was really directed to late stage, because in France, early stage is fine. Was fine.
Yeah.
So which
and it
really
also
late
doesn't
stage,
really fit maybe there.
Yeah, that was the other issue. But to get them started, late stage is very important because that's their size in terms of ticket size, and also it's easier and perceived less risky because you are talking of companies that have revenues. So that was 6.4 billion on a 6 billion pledge. In 2023, they came back with a 7 billion pledge. Until 2026. And so far, they have also delivered more than the pledge. And I think they do it because they discovered good funds and they think there is a financial opportunity for that. So, it's a kind of catch-22 issue where people don't invest in an asset class, so they don't know the asset class, so they don't invest. So we wanted to break into that loophole, if you want, to find an efficient way to showcase the good teams, and also because we do that together with them, we gave the governance to the LPs. So I chair all the committees, but that are the LPs not only that invest by definition, but also that elect the funds that should get the money. So that gives a kind of team spirit, which I think has been quite useful to us.
Definitely. And how do they look at directly investing in funds versus fund of fund?
No, they always invest directly in the funds. Fund of funds, people feel that there is a cost linked to that. So except if there is a specific opportunity, if they're able to do themselves the due deal, they do it by themselves. And we wanted that because it's a guarantee for the future. If they have teams that know how to do the selection and the due diligence, they are going to continue in 10 years' time. If you invest in fund of funds, sometimes you write the check and nobody is really aware of the issue. So fund of funds can be useful, especially for the small tickets, because it's a way to have a bigger ticket into a fund of funds. But in terms of education of the marketplace, I think that direct investing is much better.
Okay, all right. So yeah, sounds like very good progress in France. I think you've also been invited to come here and to other places throughout Europe. What kind of questions do you get? And
I think I think people don't overestimate the problem of regulation.
They overestimate it.
I think they overestimate, because the cost of not doing is also a cost. So I think if they want to make a balance of all the costs, they should see also the counterfactual scenario. We have the same kind of question: we are not competent, we don't know how to do it, and so on. Which I think the job market is still a free market. So if you want to hire people, that's achievable somewhere in the planet. But once they try, I think they are going to do it. And the Poles are doing it now. The Germans have been there. My dream is to have a kind of pan-European platform where every local ecosystem participates as a way to fund pan-Euro VC funds. And to know what a pan-Euro VC fund is quite simple. It's a fund that has offices in several locations in Europe. And they have the locations and offices, they will do deals. It's good for Europe, it's good for them as well. So I hope that at some point we'll go there, where various initiatives will come to fruition, and we can pool or work together at some point. We don't need to be 27. I'm pretty much a bottom-up guy. I think, there is nothing that preempts a fund in France to invest in Romania or Estonia.
Totally.
They already do it.
Exactly.
So they don't need a capital union, market union. If we have that, it will be better.
It will help.
But it is not. We don't have to wait for that.
We don't need to wait for it.
We don't need to wait. You can do that locally. And if you look at the French funds, only 50% is invested in France. So, and that is good, because we think that those who invest on the pan-European basis should be better, because they are more diversified, are those that focus on a single jurisdiction.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, I think that's amazing. So nice words to finish on. And thank you very much.